Please tell me your name.
Sir, I am Debabrata Maharana.
Okay, and your roll number
So,
for this exam?
305104.
Okay. So, please give us a formal introduction.
So I am Debabrata Maharana from Malkangiri. I have completed my matriculation from Government High School Malkangiri. Thereafter, my +2 science from Government Junior Science College Malkangiri, and my BTech in Electronics and Communication from Gandhi Institute of Technology under Biju Patnaik University of Technology. Currently, I am working as the Assistant Manager at SAP in Airports Authority of India under Ministry of Civil Aviation. Right now, my present place of posting is Bhubaneswar Airport.
Okay, fine. Tell me something about your hobbies and your achievements.
So my hobbies are playing and watching cricket, photography, and automobile blogging, like mostly towards cars.
Okay, and your achievements?
Achievements, I have participated in junior division NCC, NSS in my +2, and robotics, autonomous robotics in my BTech career.
Okay. So you are currently working with AI, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is you are in a permanent position with
Yes,
that?
sir.
So that is a like what central government job,
Public
right?
sector.
Huh?
Yes.
PSC, central
Yes.
PSC.
Yes.
I think the pay scale etc. will be. So for how long you have been working with Airport Authority of India?
So on the coming December, it will be 6 years, sir.
So why are you interested in joining Odisha Civil Service? I think suppose you get OS,
Sir.
your current pay will be less than what you are getting now,
Yes, sir.
and this is also a government job.
Yes, sir.
And then you will always be placed in major places where
Yes.
the airports are there. Obviously, airport
Yes.
won't be there in a village.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but here you will be placed anywhere.
Rural area.
Your first preference is OS.
Yes, sir.
So you will be sent as the BDO of some block, and in rural areas we will have to serve.
Yes.
So give me some strong reasons why you want to shift.
So first thing, last almost 6 years I am working for Airports Authority of India, that is in the HSAP. That is a completely technical job, and from the last 6 years what I have observed is most of my job profile is mostly monotonous. So that is the main reason, and second one is in this particular job I don't have any scope to do any justice towards the poor section or something, because even I belong to a tribal area, Malkangiri district. I have seen the things. So if I'll be posted as a administrative service person, so at least I'll have that much of empowerment to do at least justice to, if not more, at least the minority sections of some people. So that is also one of the driving factor for me, and moreover the pay scales is concerned, I'm not much bothered about that one. If I'll be getting as a OS officer also, that will be more than sufficient to fulfill my needs.
Okay. So your home district is Malkangiri?
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me something about the name Malkangiri?
Yes, sir. So the name Malkangiri, it is it's derived from the ancient history points, because it was under a federal king. During that time they used to worship one god, so that was Malikeshwar, and that hill range where the Malkangiri is divided from the Koraput district, that is called Malyabanta Giri. In the due course of the time, this particular name was little bit of modified, and finally it is currently known as Malkangiri.
Okay. So tell me something about your geography of your district, major rivers.
Yes.
And what is the political geography, means the adjoining districts.
Yes, sir. Malkangiri is the southernmost district of Odisha, and towards north, the only district we share border is Koraput district, and towards our east we have border with Andhra Pradesh, and towards west we have the border with Chhattisgarh. And the major rivers that defines both the east and west borders are Seleru and Saberi, and apart from that one Poteru river is there and Kolab rivers are there. So these are the major geographical aspects.
Okay.
So,
So NCC Junior Division certificate means A certificate.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And currently, what is the nature of your job as assistant manager?
So this is called like ETSAP, Air Traffic Electronic Safety Personnel. So this is deals with the communication, navigation, and surveillance aids that are in place with the airports. So that will be helping both ATCOs to communicate with the pilots, and once the pilots they have taken off their flight, so they will be traveling from a point A to point B with the use of these navigational aids. There are a lot of navigational aids for, say, it is DVR, DME, ILS, NDB, and many more, sir. So apart from these two services, third one is the surveillance. So that means both primary and secondary radars are at place so as to check whether the pilots are following the ATCO guidelines that has been given to them. So all these equipments maintenance and servicing and updation is the job of ETSAP personnels.
What is ILS?
ILS is an instrument landing system, sir. So it's a critical approach aid. Once the aircraft is approaching for landing, so they need to follow the signals that has been given by this. There are two equipments in ILS. One is localizer and another is glide path. So as if they want, even on the autopilot mode also they can land. So the thing is like, sir, if in a bad visibility condition or in a stormy weather, that also provides the safety to the air travel.
Okay.
Sir.
So have you heard about TCAS?
TCAS, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
What
sir.
is that?
So actually these are the collision avoidance system in the aircraft itself. If suppose by mistakenly two aircrafts comes at the same height of flight, then it will automatically activate at a particular, if it comes to a particular distance, nearby distance, it will activate automatically, and there are a lot of simulated random paths are there, and the control of the flight will be taken from the pilot, and the flight automation system itself will take one of the hundreds of random paths so as to avoid the collision.
Okay. So can you tell me which has been the worst aviation disaster,
Yes.
safety related, in the Indian airspace?
In Indian airspace, it was around 92 or 93, so I don't remember the air time. That time one Kazaki air was coming and one Saudi was leaving Delhi airbase, and that time primary radars were only there. So we don't have the countermeasure to check whether they are following the current height. Because of that, the mid-air collision happened. So all the passengers died in that incident.
What was the name of that village near Delhi?
Pardon, sir, I don't able to remember.
Charkhi Dadri.
Charkhi Dadri, yes, sir. Sir.
Okay. So right. There is some in aviation sector. There was some issues with one of the models of Boeing, which was till now it was
yes,
not
sir.
being allowed. Now
Yes,
it has
sir.
been allowed.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what was the problem? with that?
So actually, because to compete with the Airbus, the Boeing has released that Boeing 737 Max because it was a fuel efficient aircraft. What happens when it used to take off, the nose used to take little higher in the elevation. To compensate that, they have installed some simulation in their nose, so as after immediate takeoff, it will dive a little down, so as to maintain the prescribed path. But the modification course, they have only given a 2 hours of tablet course for the pilots. And for the last 2 or 3 incident that we have witnessed, it was what happened because of that nose dip. It was dipped continuously, and the pilot don't have the control to like regain the elevation, and it was crashed down. After that, this was still grounded.
Okay. So your work is basically like what you you go to the tarmac and all, or it is basically based on your control room?
So both, sir. On the control room also, depending on the different units we have, sir, like equipment room, automation system, tower systems, then all the passenger facilitations like, sir, the X-ray baggages, DFMD, HHMD, even the the terminal cameras maintenance, or if it is NAVEDS and all, as I told you, sir, for the ILS, DVR, DME, we need to go to the runway sites also for daily maintenance and checkups.
Okay, what is with this fog issue that during winters,
Yes, sir.
Delhi airport
Used.
being the national capital, still then we have to close it for
Yes.
so many days. So let's say there is zero visibility.
Yes, sir.
Okay, zero runway visibility.
Yes, sir.
Do we have technology now in which in zero visibility also flights can take off and land?
Yes, sir. Now we have those facilities also in place in the Delhi airport. It is called, sir, ILS Cat 3, and that too type C type. So what will happen, sir, with the zero visibility also, it will provide the automated landing guidance to the pilot on the autopilot mode itself to the like landing and rolling point also, sir. And apart from that, we have given ASM GCS system, that is an like ancillary system with this ILS, so as to even they can guide them to the taxiway and the parking bay itself, sir. And it is in place in the Delhi airport. But what are the news we are hearing, because Delhi airport itself is very heavily crowded, this facility is only in place with a particular runway, so that is not able to cater all this traffic, so as to we have to divert to the nearby airports. And sir, because by following this particular approach, it also takes little more time than the conventional approach.
Okay, what do you mean by this autonomous robotics?
So there are actually three type of robotics we used to call in a basic layman manner. One is our manual robotics, like a remote control system, that is just a like in the childhood we used to play. And second one is the semi-autonomous. There will be remote control as well as the automated system with the programming with microcontroller and microprocessor. And autonomous is completely microcontroller programming based.
Okay. So NCC certificate you have got. Can you tell me the motto of NCC?
Sorry, sir, I just forgot that one. I need to revise that.
Unity and discipline.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So how many camps you have?
Two, sir. Only two.
And you have
One.
Received weapons training also.
Only one camp on 15 days. Yes, sir.
So what is like? What was the weapon?
That was only 202, sir, for junior division.
Okay, 202.
Yes, sir.
202 or .22?
202, sir.
202.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Like
so
that battens we have to fill up and trigger, and that will come out, sir, while recoiling again.
Okay, okay. So how will your this autonomous robotics,
Sir.
like your in special achievement?
Yes,
like
sir.
Special achievement in autonomous robotics, you have won some prize or what?
Yes, sir. I have, sir.
Okay, so seta achievement is seta like
Okay, sir.
one first prize or whatever
Yes, sir.
prize
Okay.
in autonomous robotics in a
Tech fest and all.
Tech Fest
Yes.
in organized by
Yes, sir.
in this particular year.
Yes.
Khali autonomous robotics it mainly like hobby bhadiya
Okay.
okay.
Yes.
Right. Similarly, you participated in NSS also.
Yes, sir.
So you tell me one quality
Sir.
from each of these achievements.
Yes,
that
sir.
is NCC,
Sir.
NSS and robotics.
Yes, sir.
One each from
Yes,
each
sir.
of these three, which is going to help you in administration.
Yes. So starting with from the NCC, as with the motto itself, it's called like the unity and discipline. So the discipline is the foremost thing that we have taught at the NCC. Being at the administrative also, so being a disciplined person, all the the intended work will be furnishing in the time bound manner. Second, coming to the NSS, it is completely a welfare oriented scheme where we are taught how to how to deliver the basic amenities or the service, like the most marginalized people, to the service to the marginalized people. So that provides like a quality of how to be like empathetic towards the marginalized section. And coming about the automation system, so nowadays all the like everything is being automated. So if suppose in a particular office we wants to automated a particular, suppose we want to send any records or any data or any reports periodical manner, so if without like direct intervention of the manpower, also without any error, that can be sent like in a periodic manner, so as to save some manpower that we can utilize in a different way where it is more needed.
Okay.
Sir.
So, what are the major challenges that you have faced in your professional career till now?
Sir. So first thing is, sir, in my cadre where I work as a HSAP personnel, we have lot of interdepartmental coordination, starting from the security personnel of CISF, then Bureau of Civil Aviation Authority BCAS, then getting passes for our day-to-day maintenance persons, like coordinating with the airline personnel, even our inside our department coordination with the ATC for runway crossing or approaching, or even the civil and electrical department to do the basic infrastructural works upon which our equipments can be mounted. So those are the major challenges we face in day-to-day basis. If suppose I have to point out a particular incident, during my last year at the Rajahmundry airport, we had a survey of ILS installation. During that period, because of this some minor coordination issues, we had to face a lot of like challenge, because we have a flight inspection so flight on the approach itself, but still the because of the electrical deficiency or like electrical department coordination issues, those things was not in place. So for that they need to land first at Vizag and again they have to come. So this was a little tedious task, because there is a lot of fuel consumptions and the pilot has their own priorities, schedules are there. So those are the some challenges I have faced in my career, professional career till now.
Okay. So when I see your career,
Sir.
there is a almost 11%, 10% drop,
Sir.
Around 10-11% drop in your 10th and plus 2 marks.
Yes.
Any reason, particular reason?
Particular reason is like, sir, first is there was a shift from my Odia medium to English medium. It was a little like initial days it was I took little time to get acquainted with that one, and I'll not blame only the medium, that also I'll take the blame on me, because I have taken granted, because I was a good, like if not good, at a average performer at the 10th level. So I thought like, okay, even I'll be able to cope up with the new environment, but later on realized it was I should have given them more time at the initial time itself.
Last 5 years you have stayed in 3 states, Tamil Nadu,
Yes, sir.
Andhra Pradesh, which
Yes.
are southern states, and then in Odisha.
Yes, sir.
So you have been transferred just now?
Yes, sir. 3 days back, sir.
3 days back?
Yes, sir.
Okay, really, and your interview is now, so it's
Yes, sir.
kind of, okay, that is very lucky for you.
Yes, sir.
So do you have a tenure, like in particular place you will be staying
yeah.
for 2 years, 3 years? something
Yes,
like
sir.
that?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, we have a like some tenure stations. For example, that Rajahmundry I have done, it was a 2-year station. Because of the COVID situation, they have asked us to stay for 1 more year to us to travel, like reduce the traveling thing. So like that, sir, at some particular interval we have to do some tenure stations, because these are considered to be hard station, not 24-hour station. People don't want to volunteer over there. So anyhow the operation needs to be carried out.
Okay. So tell me something about the government's plan to
Sir.
connect smaller cities or smaller towns,
Yes.
okay, in the air map of India.
Sir.
Has it been successful, like in recent, let's say 4-5 months?
Yes, sir.
Some examples you can give,
Yes, sir.
which are newly opened up to air traffic, and commercially is it viable? Will the airlines,
Yes.
start operations from these places?
So first thing is the initiative itself. I'll start comment. The initiative is very good because it is providing multimodal connectivity. For say, I'll tell in my village where I belong, Malkangiri, we don't have any multimodal communication, only road communication. For that, we have faced lot of difficulties. At times, road used to blocked. We don't have railway or flight. In that case, at emergency case also, flight connectivity is very good because we have witnessed during the COVID time, because aviation sector has provided a lot of logistic supplies, for example for the oxygen concentrator or essential medicines, even vaccination transfer. So based on that, it is a very good initiative. Whereas implementation is concerned, because aviation is little more complex subject, as it appears in the paper, it is not that simple. There are a lot of coordination from the state and the central government and the interdepartmental coordination too. So on that basis, it may take little time to establish and get going, but once it is done, then it is obviously viable. And as far as airlines are concerned, for that government is giving initial viability gap funding. If not, they are not getting the proper passengers also, so the basic fares they are being reimbursed from the government. And recently Rupsi airport was there, sir, what I remember. In Orissa, like our 2 or 3 airports are under almost completed. Jaipur is about to start. Utkela is almost done with all the installations, and 3-4 more airports are also in the next pipelines. So for Orissa, it is very good, sir. We are getting connectivity, flight connectivity, and Jharsuguda is one of the most successful new airport in the recent time. The air traffic has increased many a fold, despite being the COVID restrictions and all.
Okay, fine. So, your optionals are geography and home science.
Yes, sir.
But you did BTech in electronics and communications.
Sir.
So, can you tell me why you could have taken some engineering subjects, electrical,
yes,
or
sir.
any other subject? Okay, why have you chosen these 2 subjects?
Sir.
Any specific reason?
Yes, sir. So first thing, as electronics and was not there as a subject, taking other engineering subject for say civil, electrical, or electrical is little connected subject. Other than that, civil and mechanical is completely alienated subject for me. Whereas coming to when I have started I have seen the syllabus of this our examination, I found okay, it's better to go for geography and other home science. These 2 subjects started it fascinated me the most, because the contents and all I felt little more connected, and I felt these are the real the subjects and the subject matters of this particular optionals are it can be implemented in the real life, sir. For as an administrative service person also, this is really helpful.
Okay. Now suppose you are selected, okay, for Odisha Administrative Service, and so since you have some experience in airport in the airport management, now suppose you are deputed to take care of a VIP,
yes,
okay, a very high political
yes,
personnel, and the weather is not very good, it is not very bad also. He is basically insisting on going to a particular place because he has his political commitments, but the pilot is not willing to take him because he fears that the weather conditions are not good. Okay, and so the politician is very angry on him, and he's telling that he will take action against him. Okay, and you are present in that position. You are also present in that situation.
Yes.
What are you going to do there?
So first thing is because I have little more experience from the aviation sector, I'll first go to the VIP, as you said, sir. I'll try to persuade him, because by telling my experience and on the basis of pilot's experience, because of the weather condition is not good, and from the previous experience also we have seen in the recent Kozhikode incident, because of that weather condition, when someone is forcing to land, then what the disastrous incident can come into play. So those things I'll try to enlighten him. I can give some, like, whatever the real life like things I know about the incident, because that program may be on priority for him, but if suppose any incident happens, then obviously he will not be able to attend the further things, or the situation itself is going to be more complicated if it is still adamant on his voice. Because if I am junior to him, I don't have the authority to persuade, and even I can ask my higher officials quoting my experience if they can persuade him. If not, then sir, if we have all the options exhausted, then we don't have any options left out to follow his orders.
So what will you suggest? Like, should you follow the orders and whatever consequences are there, or you stubbornly should say that I'm not going to allow?
If the decision is in my hands, sir, then obviously I will not, because my experience calls like, okay, if suppose for that, if they are annoyed with me or they are going to do injustice with my PR and all, I am not bothered about that. Because if suppose anything goes wrong, then I'll not be able to forgive myself, because I'll be in a deep state of sorrow for my entire life.
Okay, fine. So in your current job, you're working for the Airports Authority of India.
Sir.
So tell me something about its organizational structure,
Yes,
like who heads it?
Yes. So first thing, in 1994, government parliament came up with this Airports Authority of India Act. Before that, there are two different organizations that existed. One is International Airport Division, that takes care of all the international airport stations, and there was a domestic, like National Airport Division. So by amalgamating both these organizations, they formed this Airports Authority of India in 1994, that came into existence in 1995, 1st of April. So this is it is being headed by our chairman. So he can be an IAS rank or can be from the internal. It is being appointed by the Government of India in the normal process of appointment, as it is being done for all other like public sectors. Like beneath him, there are 5 different members. They are part-time members. They are also like appointed by the Government of India Selection Committee for a period of 3 years. And like below them, there are executive directors for the different wings, for say like air navigation service, or for the operation and management, O&M, for finance, for operations, or even planning. And below him there are general manager, then joint general manager, and deputy general manager, assistant general manager, senior manager, and so on to the lowest strata of the organization.
Okay. Okay. So, tell me any 2 or 3 important personalities from your district.
Yes, sir. So first and foremost is Lakshman Naik, Sahid Lakshman Naik.
Yes.
He was a martyr during like our Quit India movement. He was regarded as the Gandhi of our Malkangiri, because of his contribution to in the non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, and Quit India movement. He was framed in a false case during the non-cooperate Quit India movement, and he was hanged to death. Then apart from him, one tribal leader, Alluri Sitaram Raju, he is regarded as both pioneer in the adjacent Andhra Pradesh and Orissa, because of he was a Koya leader. He has revolted against the atrocities of British government, and he has captured a lot of like treasuries and all, where Britishers were like trying to encroach the powers. Then if I'll say about Malkangiri, the last ruler of the Malkangiri as a federal system is concerned, so it was a queen. She was Banguri Devi. So that significance of her was being an female. She was able to defeat the mighty army of that king of Jaipur. So who was considered that time was to be one of the most powerful king. So those are the basic important personalities.
Okay. So although we'll discuss in detail regarding your optionals later.
Yes, sir.
You have taken home science as one of your options.
Yes, sir. Yes.
How will this knowledge of home science help you?
So if that name suggests home science, but if we'll see by the course and the subject matter is there, so it deals with the nutritional status, it deals with the child developmental process and the extension surveys, NGOs, cooperative societies, the role of a extension service personnel, the how the resource management, starting from money management, time management. So these are the things that is equally important for a home management or office management or a organizational management. If we are efficient in these things, these are the basic things, I think, sir, in every organization. If someone is a pioneer at, then they will be in a better position to deal with all kind of situations that arise in front of them.
Okay. Fine. So that will be the end of the interview.
Thank you, sir.
तो हम फीडबैक किछिटा पॉइंट्स अपन देखंतु
सर
अपन एबे जेंति बसचंती
सर
हाथ
एमती करियो एमती
सेटा एटा है एक्चुअल पोजीशन
सर
ओके आई कांटेक्ट ठीक अछि आई कांटेक्ट बोल अछि हैंड मूवमेंट बहुत होछि
ओके सर
ठीक अछि
यस सर
सेटा टिके देख
कंट्रोल करियो सर
हां आ अपन जेतले से क्वेश्चन टा कुआ होछि अपन यस सर सेटा बहुत थोड़ा क्वेश्चन
ओके
अपन चुपचाप सुनन क्वेश्चन टा आफ्टर से कहि सारी क्वेश्चन तब अपन स्टार्ट करें
ठीक
और फ्लो ऑफ स्पीच भल अछि ओके और कंटेंट ऑफ द आंसर्स से गुडा भल अछि ठीक अछि तो टिके खाली अपन को अदर थिंग्स
थैंक यू।